Hey guys, this is Malc Geeky-Chat live with James, and we've got a special guest today. We've got Gaz himself, Uncaged Hybrid, or if you listen to James, Unchained Hybrid.
At least
So,
somebody did it right.
I don't know how you can get that name wrong. It's like Unchained, Uncaged. I knew James had issues, but I didn't know reading was one of them. So, let's start off with you, Gaz. How are you doing?
I'm alright, mate. I'm doing alright. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. It's good to see you. I ain't seen you in ages. We talk, but we never get to talk face to face.
I know. And who actually thought like an iPhone can be decent? I mean, it looks better than it did on my old phone, anyway.
It does. I tell you, the iPhone camera looks really nice. There's a little bit blur, but other than that, it could be the actual hangout thing. Because my camera I've got is like really clear, but on hangout sometimes it gets really blurry.
Yeah. I think I can
But
see what you mean because I can see my thing. It looks clear, but when the things change, it looks blurry.
yeah,
So
exactly. And sometimes, I look at, I'll see a video footage of myself on the chat after. And what happens is it shows me blue. When I looked at myself before doing the chat, it looked as clear as anything. So what about you, James?
I'm doing good. Got some new videos. I've done a vlog tonight that's just gone up.
Shall I say what I said before the chat about I know what your vlog was?
No, the vlog is just done.
I know exactly what happens in it too. Do you know what happens in it, guys?
what happens in it?
I'll tell you what happens in it. James sees Nick. They go out for a walk in the park, where they do a little bit of dogging. They then go back to Nick's, where we don't see anything till like an hour later. So God knows what happens there. We then see James watching a movie with Nick while Nick is looking on his iPad, bored shitless. We then get back to James saying that's all for now, guys. Like his Bugs Bunny, and then that's the end of the video.
Now, hang on. At the end is goodbye and take care.
There we go. You see? There you go. Guys knows. But yeah, it's the same thing over and over again. So now I've said if I ever end up living with my mum again, I'm going to get a befriender. I'm going to go call him Nick, even though his name might be Jack or Tom or something. And I'm going to pretend I'm dogging with his dog, Mildred.
That's what have you been your videos lately? You've not been not having much ideas on video making.
I think I think the big problem is I'm trying to figure out what I'm actually good at because when I'm doing things like reviews or just talking about wrestling or stuff, and I watch them back, but you should never really do. I always say that, never look at your videos back, and I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to enjoy doing more. And I think I've come to the realization that I just want to do whatever on my channel. I know it isn't going to please everybody, but that's what our channel's there for, to do what makes you happy. So I think the thing with me is whether it's wrestling talk or sports related or anything like that, I'm just going to do whatever and just if people don't like it, I apologize, but I can't please everyone.
Well, let me say this quickly, if in case James is going to say anything. I think your channel, I think everything you're doing it, I think it's good. You're not going for big high productions, a lot like I'm not. And I think what you bring to the table is very good. I'll enjoy your reviews, I enjoy the unpackagings, I enjoy the autograph stuff. Even though it's not my thing, I enjoy watching them and I enjoy seeing them because they're a passion. As long as you follow what you care about on YouTube, that's all that matters. The subscribers and that, forget about them. They'll come if they're meant to, but do what you like doing because that's what matters. That's
And
what
I
I've learned.
make sure as well. I don't know if you remember when we spoke about that Stephen Amell thing for the WWE
Yeah.
2K16, and then I made a video. But I made sure that I put across that I didn't want to offend anybody in anything I do. So I don't want to come across as somebody that's like that. So I always make sure if I replay one of my videos and I think I may have been a bit braggy or offensive or anything like that, I will take it down. I'd rather redo it so I don't come across that way because
Well, I was watching your video, and in your video you were saying about how some people are quite cocky and quite,
yeah,
thingy. And I realised at that point, technically, that was describing me a bit because I was like, I can be a bit cocky. and I can be a bit over the top, and I can insult people. I mean, let's be honest, I do quite regularly. But the thing is, at the same time, we've got to understand is, at the same point, it doesn't matter what other people think, as long as you're not insulting people on purpose, like I do, right? Just be who you are. Like, for instance, Stephen Amell, right? I said to you, I don't think Stephen Amell is anywhere in wrestling, right? And you said you want him in the wrestling, right? You would like to see him. Well, that's two different opinions. My opinion matters, but at the same time, it doesn't matter because it's two different sides of a coin. You know, you don't see like the coin on both sides of the coin, and that's basically what conversation and opinions are.
See, I understand where people were coming from. Obviously, Stephen Amell is an actor; he's not a wrestler. But it just would, it's something completely different. It would be really cool, like even if he was just a DLC, and people just got the chance to maybe use him if they wanted to in a DC or Marvel type story thing. If it doesn't happen, which I don't expect it to, then you know, there's no harm in
Well, you know, at the same let's be honest, it's two things that you like, two things I like. We both like Arrow, we both like wrestling. It's great to see them together, you know. I was a bit disappointed at SummerSlam where he wasn't wearing the actual Arrow gear in the ring.
Yeah, I was actually like really hoping he would. I saw the hood, and then I thought, oh, and then obviously as he got closer, you could see he was in shorts, and I was really surprised by that.
So I'm not sure if they told him he couldn't be or what, but I thought he did fairly well. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind seeing him there again. I just like watching wrestlers wrestle and actors. Like the Jon Stewart thing pissed me off at SummerSlam because I was like, it was a fantastic match.
Can I ask your opinion on something for that match?
Sure.
When Jon Stewart came out, right, I've said this like a few times to a few people. When he got in the ring, he kept looking towards John Cena. Now, if he was going to hit Seth, he should have focused on Seth the whole time and then swung for Cena or whatever. But where he kept looking at Cena, back to Seth, back to Cena, it made it far too obvious what he was going to do.
Well, you know, considering I was screaming at the TV in anger when this happened, I can definitely tell my opinion on this. When he came to the ring and he had the chair, I was like, no, 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 no. And he was looking back and forth, but he was looking at Cena more, like you said.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I knew he was going to attack Cena. There was no way he was going to attack Seth Rollins because that would have made no sense. But when he did attack Cena, I was so angry because I thought this was a match that could have been a match of the year candidate because it was an awesome match. Right? To me, it was the best match on the card. For me, until that moment. Then it wrecked the whole thing. And like I said in my chat on Monday, I said I wouldn't watch it. I would never watch that match again because it was ruined by that spot.
Yeah, I think, see, for me, I actually enjoyed the Cesaro and Kevin Owens match the best. But I enjoyed the Seth match. I would have rather him Cena clean. Even though I do like Cena, I would have rather Seth won, just pinning Cena clean and say, look, I'll beat you. You know, that's it.
I think it's the Miz syndrome. If you remember when the Miz was champion, he never kind of won fairly. And I think that's the problem. I think you need a champion, whether they're bad or good, to be able to win fairly for them to be a real respectable champion. You know? I mean, Raw on Monday, we found out that Sting replaced his statue and he's going to go against Sting at Night Champions. Now, I can't see them making Sting the world champion.
Said the same thing today to someone myself.
I can't see him doing it, so that means it's going to be another loss for Sting, which is inappropriate considering he lost to Triple H at WrestleMania. You know, you can't bring in an icon like Sting and make him lose twice in a row, even though that's what they're going to do.
Qualification or something. I can imagine him.
It won't surprise me if they make it a US title match instead and then he wins. Because I was saying to my wife, I was saying, normally when someone has two championships, it means they will lose one at some point, right? And I said it could be that Seth Rollins maybe in a couple of months loses the World Heavyweight title but keeps the US title. It could happen, but I can't see it happening at the minute.
Do you think they really needed Cena to lose that belt though? They could have easily done some kind of angle, even with Jon Stewart, where like a disqualification happened, so Cena got to keep his belt.
See, I feel like they're copying Ring of Honor at the minute, because Ring of Honor recently had the television champ win the World Heavyweight Championship, and he's got both belts at the minute.
Right.
And they're doing it in WWE now. And we all know that WWE watches a lot of Ring of Honor because they take a lot of their talent, like Seth Rollins, like Kevin Steen, like Claudio Castagnoli. So I kind of feel like at the minute they're taking ideas from that, which is funny because it's a small promotion, which is independent, you know. But normally when there's a double title match, what happens is there's a disqualification, so neither get it. Like, remember the Booker T, Big Show, John Cena match at Cyber Sunday when they had a title on the line? And I think it was Kevin Federline at the time, he interfered. I think this was in 2006.
Oh, yeah, because I remember that storyline with Cena, yeah.
Yeah. So normally they do that, but I kind of like Seth Rollins having both titles. It kind of makes it kind of cool, but at the same time, I don't think Sting will be him at Night Champions. If he does, that would be a great surprise, because I'd like to see Sting have the title, but in my view, he's too old now. It's like The Undertaker. You don't need him to have a title to be fun to watch. You know?
I think Seth having the belt, though, is going to give it less credit now, where he probably won't barely defend it.
Oh, I think in reality, when you've got both belts, you should defend both. Like Night Champions, you should end up having to defend both.
Yeah.
In 2 matches, like how Kurt Angle did at No Surrender 2007, when he had the World Tag Team titles, he had the World Heavyweight Championship, and he had the X Division Championship. I don't know if you've watched that one.
No, I haven't. I didn't even know he held that many titles over there.
Yeah, what happened was him and Samoa Joe was the X Division champion, and he was the World Heavyweight champion. They went against the Dudley Boys at Victory Road 2007, I think, and beat them. They both had double titles, so they went against each other at Hard Justice to who would win all the belts. So Kurt Angle won, and then he had to pick a tag team partner, who was Sting, who we then argued with and lost the belts to, I can't remember who it was at the time, but they lost the X Division belt to Jay Lethal, at the time Black Machismo, and I know he ended up keeping the heavyweight title because he lost the other 2. So they could do that. But it's interesting to say because I like Tyler Black, Seth Rollins. I think he's a great champion. I think he's got great moves. I think he's got great charisma. And I think he's got so much more to offer. And I hope they let him keep the belt for a little while longer. Because I think he is the future of the WWE. And I thought
for Kevin Owens and Seth to have a decent long rivalry. So I'd love to see Owens as champion someday. And like I said to you, I never saw him before WWE other than on YouTube in certain matches. But for his size, I was blown away just on them YouTube videos.
Well, you know, Kevin Steen is like you and me. He's not the most fit guy, but he's got a lot of strength and a lot of conditioning, you know. He's that guy that you root for because he's like your average guy who's got talent. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. He hasn't got that big muscular look. He's got that average look. And the thing is, I think by not seeing him as much as you should, because Ring of Honor is where he really shined when he was the World Heavyweight Champion there. He was incredible. When he was running Scum and everything, it was incredible. Kevin Steen, or Kevin Owens now, was nothing compared to what he is in Ring of Honor. But him and Cesaro, when they were Claudio Costa and Kevin Steen, they had so many matches together that were a lot better than SummerSlams.
Little John said.
Hey John, how you doing? And we better go off wrestling for a minute and let James talk a bit, because otherwise we might end up boring him a bit because he doesn't watch wrestling. So James, bring up a subject, because otherwise we'll end up talking about wrestling, because we can do
How
that.
long were you on wrestling, and when did when did you think first get into it?
When did I first get into it?
Yeah.
It was a week before Royal Rumble 2000.
That was really? What, in 2000? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
TV shows? Sorry.
I never thought I'd be a fan this long, but I never forget actually seeing that pay-per-view. And this is a funny thing that when Big Show came out in that event, and I saw the size of him, I nearly shit myself. Because I was young, and to see this massive guy.
Hold on. Wasn't Royal Rumble 2000 when Mae Young gets her breasts out?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we know why you were hooked.
Oh yeah, of course.
You saw it live and all, didn't you? When they were flabbing everywhere and.
Actually, no, it was it got recorded on VHS for me, and I watched it the next day. That's when Kurt Angle made his debut as well against Taz, and I think that's the first night I started to like The Rock as well. Obviously, I didn't know it was fake back then. I think a lot of people never did, but and obviously the match with Triple H and Cactus Jack, that was epic.
I thought their No Way Out match was a lot better though. You know, when they were on the cage, on the Hell in a Cell.
Was that the retirement match?
I think that was the retirement match.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Malcolm Gary's WrestleMania chat. So you know, I got into wrestling in 1991 when I was 3 years old. That's when I started watching wrestling. I followed wrestling all my life since, and I've watched probably billions of different promotions, some shit, some good, and I've enjoyed it. You know, wrestling to me is a big part of my life. I just don't watch it as much because, well, it's very repetitive now. You know.
Yeah, do you watch anything good on any good shows at the moment or not?
I'm actually doing a rerun of Arrow at the minute. Because I'm trying to all these flashbacks. Sorry, I'm trying to figure them out because when things are confusing to me, I have to watch things again and try and figure stuff out. So that's why I'm doing a rerun. But I've recently finished The Flash season 1, and I thought that was a fantastic first season. And I know they're doing a season 2, which I'm excited about.
Alex sent me the first episode of Scream, the TV show.
Oh, he did he? So you actually watched it instead of him just recommending it to you?
He sent me it on Skype, so I'm going to probably watch that tomorrow morning.
I was glad John Malcolm said to me it's absolute rubbish.
It is.
Just decided not to.
It's awful. The beginning's pretty good, the bit with the head and everything. The rest of it just makes you go, oh, it's another one of those teen shitty things. And MTV is that way. I don't. Oh, John says, hello, Gary. Not good to meet you.
Hello, how you doing?
So, you know, it's very disappointing. They've commissioned the second season, which I can't believe, and it's just awful. But I'm sure, James, you'll love it. And if you do love it, ask Alex to send you the rest of the series, because otherwise you'll never see it, because it'll probably be released over here on pirated DVD. You know, like Burn on Demand.
So why did they first make a show of it instead of doing like another movie?
They're not doing another movie, not that I know of, because it's completely different. The series is supposed to be connected, but in a way, to me, it's not connected at all. Some of the story, you can already tell what's going to happen later on in the series. Like, this guy apparently died 20 years before or something, and he had this girlfriend. Well, we find out who the girlfriend was, and she's an older lady now. So you know what's going to happen. And as it falls, it'll probably be the son of them two who's doing it, and all that rubbish, because she was pregnant when she was younger. It's very, very easy written, and it's very MTV-like, where you know it's just going to be all right, but it's going to be super shit. It's one of those things that you'll watch when you've got nothing else to watch, which is hardly ever.
What about the scary movie spoofs? Do you think that'll be made into a show?
I hope not, because they've long past their time. Scary Movie 1 was brilliant. Scary Movie 2 was pretty good. Scary Movie 3 and 4 make me laugh because they're just over the top stupid, especially the Michael Jackson bits. And number 5.
So crazy, them.
And number 5 is just plain crap. The best bit of that was the mama bit, where he just fell off himself. And other than that, I didn't like it.
What about the spin-off movies, like the is it date movie that starred Alison Hannigan from Buffy?
What movies?
The spin-off ones.
You're not talking about the stupid parody ones, are you?
Here goes Muttley again.
Yeah. There we go. Lil John says, Gary, why would you join these two divvies in a chat? Haha.
Who are you calling a divvy, John?
That was
think
great.
it's my love for Malcolm, I think.
Ah, that's right.
To be honest, I've wanted to do a chat like again for ages. It's just I never really wanted to do it on my phone, and then it's actually getting the time and privacy to do it. But tonight was the best chance I had, and I thought, why the hell not?
Exactly. You know, you're always welcome in chats with us.
Indeed. Have you ever seen Sinister, the first movie?
I got it. I haven't seen it. Have you seen it, Gaz?
Sinister 2. Sinister 2 I'm going to be supposed to be seeing with the next soon.
I've heard Sinister 2's flopped.
Sorry?
I heard that Sinister 2 has flopped in the box office.
Really?
Yeah. It's because it's the same old shit over and over again. I hope you enjoy it, though, to be honest. I hope you enjoy it, James. I mean, to me, that stuff, if I want to watch that stuff, I have to wait. Like, nowadays, let's say there's The Visit coming out with the grandparents with the grandchildren. You've got other stuff, and I'm just like, I'll wait for that stuff to go down in the future. I'll watch it in a couple of years when no one else is talking about it. You know what I mean? Because it's just the same thing over and over again. Like, it's always supernatural forces. Give me a serial killer who's cutting people's throats out and shit. That's what I want to say.
How about a Insidious TV show?
Insidious TV show would be crap. We don't want an Insidious TV show. Bates Motel, the TV show of Psycho, is really good. I like that.
Guys, have you seen Supernatural Season 10 yet?
Yeah.
You enjoy it?
You would ask me that.
Sorry?
You would seriously ask me that. I'm like a geek when it comes to Supernatural. But it is. I told you I think about that before that I'd seen it. I'm sure I did.
So I'm currently rewatching the Season 9 set. Right? You know the cliffhanger ending where Dean becomes a demon?
What's that? Rash right at the end.
Yeah, right at the end of Season 9.
Yeah.
So
I
I
won't-
see those.
I won't
Wait,
say
sorry.
for you, but for me it was quite disappointing. They had a chance to do something really cool with Jensen Ackles, and I just think that until near the end of the season, they just flopped it. The first 3 episodes were. It just felt like you were watching normal Dean, but just high on the tablets or something.
Do you think it's still as good as ever have been since the beginning, or do you think it's going downhill now?
Yeah, I love the show, so I don't really like to criticize it, but I just think either maybe they're running out of ideas on what to do now, or they're just doing what they think right, but just don't realize that they could do so much more and don't.
You haven't even watched any of them yet, Malcolm, still?
Nope, and I told you that, and you spoilt the end of Season 9 for me. Bastard.
Maybe I haven't seen Season 1 yet.
Every single chat we do, he says to people, have you watched Supernatural?
I said nothing. I said nothing.
Then in every single chat, the person won't mention anything about it. They'll go, yeah, I like it, like you did. And James will always spoil a bit of the series for me. I could probably list 20 things in Series 9, but I've never seen, which James has spoiled for me.
You've got a long time to go until you get to Season 9. You might have forgot what I said by then.
I remember every chat I've ever had, so I don't think I'm going to forget what's happening in Season 9. So, yeah, well, you know, I might as well tell you exactly what happens in Scream right now, the series. Let's say, the woman, she gets the phone call, says, oh, look behind you, boom, the head falls down. Yeah, I'll carry on if you want. Fucking pisses me off, I tell you. What's this? We've got a couple of things. James, you asked me the exact same question weeks ago. Expand your mind, man. That's from John. John also says the first Sinister is so good. I heard the new one sucks. Like Malcolm said, it's the same killings, jumps, and eerie music we have all heard 1,000 times. Yes. So, what about you guys? What's your opinion of like these horror movies that are coming out?
I'm just about to give you guys the most dislikes on this videos ever, but when it comes to anything horror, I hate.
Why do you hate horror?
I don't know. Probably because I seem to just jump at anything. I'm literally a really jumpy person.
Are you is that more because you're anxious than it is horror?
I think it could be. Like, I am obviously a very anxious person. Anything can make me jump.
Not sorry, did I cut you up there?
No, go on, carry on.
What I was going to say was when I'm in the street, when someone moves quickly, I jump. Not because I'm scared or anything, but because I'm so used to people attacking me or wanting to fight with me in the street. But when someone moves, I'm always like, because I always feel like I have to get in action mode quickly. You know what I mean? So things like horror movies, they don't make me jump. They might do, like the odd one might make me jump. Because like we were playing Metal Gear Solid 4 last night, and it shows. Have you played it?
No, I haven't actually.
All right, well, I can't ruin it, but there's a bit in it where something moves and it made Donna jump out of her seat really quickly because it scared her. But I don't want to ruin it for people. I haven't played it, even though it's been out for like I don't know, like what,
John
8
says
years now.
Ghostbusters been brought up yet, or the X-Files?
No, not yet, John, but I'm sure they will be. If Tash gets in here, we'll be talking about Exiles because she'll be bringing it up. Because James always wants to get in a one-on-one with Tash when it comes to X-Files. Who's better?
That's because I'm a big fan of it as well, just like her.
Yeah, all right.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Come on.
Come on, you don't know half the stuff.
Because I didn't know of the right places to look for it.
And I've told you, and you still look on IMDb.
Because it's the simplest and the easiest site that's in my head to go to.
Well, you need to get a list of other places, you know. What you need to do is search in Google, X-Files 2016, because of you, John, we're talking about fucking X-Files now, right? And then you'll find new things. Or join Facebook, join X-Files fan clubs, and you'll find out something new every day.
Or just fucking go on Twitter. That's just the biggest spoiler central it can be.
There you go, see? Even Dad knows.
It's like a spoiler.
On Pretty Little Liars before, even wrestling stuff, I was like, you know what? It's pointless. If you don't want to know anything, do not be on Twitter when something's on and you don't want to know.
And let me guess, you go on all the time and then you get spoiled, don't you?
I used to, but then I learned that if there's anything I don't want to know, stay off.
Well, you know.
Sorry.
I was going to say, I've never seen Pretty Little Lies. I own all 4 seasons so far, you know, that I have, because I know season 5's out. But I've never watched them.
I was pretty disappointed with the reveal. I won't spoil anything, but the recent reveal in season 6, I was really disappointed on.
Yeah, because didn't you put a thing up saying this is what we've all been waiting for? At one point.
I know I've done something somewhere, yeah, and I'm disappointed to hell, but...
What, is it the end of the series then? Is the series ended? Is that why they've revealed it? Or is it just the time?
It was the mid-season finale of season 6.
Okay.
They've done a reveal, but there's a lot of people that are backtracking on flashbacks, and they're even realising then there's still so much that didn't add up that people are still confused about. So...
I think the problem is, when you make something happen for so long and then you do reveal it, it can be so anticlimactic. I remember watching Monk, and that had a great ending, but at the same time, it's like we had to wait 8 seasons for that.
I like watching that.
You like watching that?
And so did my mum.
Whose TV's that in the background? Is that your mum's again, James?
Yeah, it's, Monk, isn't that program with the obsessive compulsiveness? And
yes, he is. Yeah. Comments. Well, Tash is the expert. She knows more than all of us combined about X-Files. And John puts, Pretty Little Lies is garbage. Trey loves that damn show. Trey's his wife. Is that your mum's TV, James?
Yeah. Sorry.
You're gonna have to turn it down because that is louder than it was last time.
She'll get angry with me if I asked her, so I don't want to do that.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to say, tell her I said so. Tell her about Malc asked because it's too loud. You can hear what's happening on the TV.
Alright.
Hold on a minute, guys. Can you hear what it's saying on the TV?
I can't hear it clearly, but I can hear something.
Just ask her a little bit because it's just I just worry about like copyright and stuff. I don't want her to have a go at him, but if I get copyright strike for it, it's not really good, is it?
No, okay. Sorry.
What'd she say?
She's quite offended, actually.
Well, I'm not doing it to be horrible. I'm doing it because we're in a chat.
Yeah, I know. And then she says that you're 6,000 miles away.
I'm in a. What? I can't do with the chat.
So where were we?
Well, let's say. So, would you like about the subject, guys?
Keep on video games for a subject.
Go on then. Let's hear some.
Because obviously I'm waiting for my new PS4 to come, as you know. It should be here Tuesday. Obviously for so long I've been more of the wrestling, football, basketball, them type of games, but I've never really explored anything like the Metal Gear Solid games. I know how popular they are. I know people love them. Same as things like Battlefield. But I've never really expanded like on other things. So any suggestions on things that I like as well? Story-based games, like The Walking Dead and all that kind of stuff.
Games like that. I love a good story, but to me, things like Metal Gear Solid are where the story's at because I don't know. I've played all those games. I've played all the Walking Deads. I'm playing Game of Thrones right now. I'm playing Tales Born. I'm the same company, Telltale Games.
Is Game of Thrones good? Just on a quick note.
It can be, but I find myself getting bored of it. Like right now, I get bored because it's just talking. And even though Game of Thrones has that, there's so much more to the show than there is of the game. If I was you, if you wanted to play the game, I'd wait for it to all be released and then be discounted like £4 because that will happen.
I couldn't get how they had 6 episodes in that, yet The Walking Dead they would only bring out 5, and yet they said season 3 is meant to be quite a lot longer.
It's I think because Game of Thrones drags on more, as Walking Dead there's so much that happens per episode, and I think it really brings to the actual game, I mean, you'll listen to it, and Malcolm, I heard the new Metal Gear superb. People are really excited about it. Yeah, I'm getting it on the day of release, John. That's what I'm going for number 4 again. But Walking Dead is one of those games where I like number 1 more than I like number 2. Number 2 was great, but I prefer number 1 because I guess because I met Lee and that I kind of had more fairs. Number 2 to me felt like they were trying to make it more exciting. Thus, it kind of killed a lot of the buzz to what it was in number 1. And I know a lot of people disagree with me because a lot of people think number 2 is better, and that's their, opinion. But
I agree because I love the whole Lee and Clementine story for season 1, and I don't think any other series season they could do now can top that because the emotion that in that whole game, to me, it was just a great story that they told, and I wish it didn't end the way it did.
Well, I'm glad it ended the way it did. I know, don't get me wrong, I love Lee to bits, and I thought it was fantastic. We see him kind of finding his redemption in Clementine.
Yeah.
But it needed to end that powerful. The bit where he saves her from the guy who's got his wife's head in the bag, right? Yeah. that was proper Walking Dead. That was the proper comics, right? I mean, that was saying you're the fan of the comics. Season 2, to me, felt like there was too many characters getting off with each other, too much of this, that. She should never have found Kenny again. When she did, to me, that brought it down even more. Not because I don't like Kenny, but because, to me, it's a big world. Why would you find each other again? You know what I mean? So, I love Season 2, but I don't because number 1 is the best, you know? And I feel like the relationship between Clementine, plus Clementine was younger. I didn't like in number 2 how everybody asked Clementine for advice when she was just like 11.
Yeah.
You know, like, what should I do about the baby? What should I do about my relationship with this person? Nobody cares because she's a girl. She's never going to understand what that is, you know, because of her age.
Have you played the Back to the Future games, Gaz?
No, I haven't actually. Obviously, I only found out afterwards they existed, and I looked at reviews online on YouTube and stuff. And if I do ever get a PS3 back, I definitely want to play it. Just to see what it's like. I mean, they haven't had brilliant reviews, but it'd be nice to just test.
I played the Back to the Future game and it was good. It was good. But it bored me. It felt very repetitive and it felt very boring. There's certain things in it, but you have to do, but you can't do just by thinking about it. Like, you have to look everywhere, do certain things in certain movements, and it's very annoying.
That's what an adventure game is, though, isn't it?
Well,
that's what an adventure game is.
It is and it isn't. For a Telltale's game, you're moving around doing things. Normally, you're used to moving forward. With Back to the Future, you move forward, but at the same time, you move backwards. Like, there's a bit where Emmett's doing this thing, and you've got to break him up with, I think it's Edna, if I'm right. And you've got to do this thing, so it makes him look like a bad guy. It takes hours to do that if you don't know the right punctures and everything to do. I know because I kept messing up, so I looked up a little playthrough thing of it, so I could do it.
Have you even played Grim Fandango, the remastered yet?
No. I played a bit of it, got bored.
Oh, okay. So if you get bored of yourself playing it, you get bored of my gameplay of it.
I'll get bored of your gameplay anyway, because it's not the remastered version. A couple of comments from John. Time to head off. Have a great rest of the chat, guys. Talk soon, Malc. And so if Malcolm gets a strike, James, it's your fault. They're both for John's comments.
Yeah.
So, I think, guys, what you need to do if you want to play Metal Gear, because I've been playing with Don, and Don has never seen any other Metal Gears, so it's kind of like how you are. You know what I mean? When we, because you haven't played them, have you? You haven't played them at all.
No, I've only seen like a good friend of mine. He used to play them. I don't even know how many games there are. I'm guessing 4 because you said you played number 4 now or something.
Basically, there's quite a few games. If you want to start and you want to be a purist, you start from the Game Boy ones from the 1980s, all right?
Oh, wow.
If you want to go from the console years, you go from Metal Gear Solid 1 on the PlayStation 1, but you can play it on the PS3, thank God. You can get the HD collection of Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, or you can buy the whole pack of all the games up to date other than number 5 in the Legacy collection.
Right.
Which I don't think is available in England. You'd have to import it. Thank God it's region free. Right? And then you could play them all and you could enjoy them. The problem is, number 1, if you really want to play it and you want to see faces, you need to get a GameCube and you need to get the Twin Snakes, which is actually out of print at the minute, and it was on 2 discs, like the original one was on 2 discs. So it's kind of annoying because I was tempted, even though I've got number 1 on the PS3, I was tempted to buy a GameCube so we could play it with the faces, because in the original one they didn't have faces, they had lines.
Right.
But yeah, if you want to play them properly, in my view, you go with number 1 on the console, PS1, number 2, number 3, number 4. You could go with Revengeance, or you could go with the PSP ones, which were Metal Gear Acid and Metal Gear Peace Walker, because they all add to it. But I'd recommend getting the Legacy Collection because they're all in that bundle.
Well,
What's a GameCube?
Oh, sorry, James.
What was that?
What's a GameCube?
A GameCube is a Nintendo console.
Okay.
It came after the Nintendo 64.
Do you use it?
I had one for quite a while. It was where I played Resident Evil 4. I first played Resident Evil 4 on that, and I played a few other games where I like Twin Snakes again and stuff. It's a great little console, but it's very dated now. It's one of those consoles I'd like to have again because I originally had the Resident Evil one. I think it's still at my nan's in England, where my dad still lives, because my nan passed away, but my dad still lives there, so, you know. Great little console. You can get it for like 30 quid now. You can probably get one cheaper in CEX. But Twin Snakes costs about 50 quid.
Do you play the new Tomb Raider game?
I've played the new one. I've played the newest one from, I think it was a year ago. 2 years ago, actually, because I visited Donna and we picked it up at the time. I had a special edition with the bust. The new one that's coming out is an Xbox One and PC only exclusive, I think. That's why I'm going to be buying an Xbox One in October.
PC
For that
game?
one game. Yeah, for that one game.
Can we go on the subject of Xbox One just really quickly?
Sure.
I want your opinion on something because I was an Xbox 360 user for a long time, and before I only briefly played like the PlayStation 2 the most. But then when Xbox 360 came, I was hooked on it, and I never really would use the PS3. But when the PS4 came out, obviously that was my console, and now I'm thinking about getting an Xbox One. And like my mate Johnny said, I don't really think he likes Microsoft anyway, but he said just don't. It's not worth it. What are your takes on it?
You know, I haven't played an Xbox One yet, and I've seen it in action, but I've never really played it, so I can't answer from a playing point of view. Like you, I had an Xbox 360. I started off with a PlayStation, and then I went to a PlayStation 2 and GameCube and Xbox. Before I got a PlayStation 3, I had the Xbox 360 for like a year or two, and I really loved the Xbox 360. Then I got the PS3 and I would go back and forth. And then, obviously, this generation, I've had the PlayStation 4. My plan has always been, every time new ones come out, is to get them eventually. An Xbox One, as far as I'm concerned, if there's exclusive games, you should get that console. Because like, I want to play the Gear Wars games again. I want to play Dead Rising 3 when it's bad. I want to play Rise of the Romans. I want to play Tomb Raider when it comes out. I'd like to play the Halo games again, even though they're all the same in my view. But you have to get another console for the exclusives. If you're a gamer and you care about what's released on that, that's when you should get it. If you don't want any exclusives, don't bother. Stay with the old console you've got, the PS4. That's my opinion. Because me, as somebody who, I wouldn't call myself a hardcore gamer, I'd call myself a fairly good gamer who enjoys games a lot. I have to own every console. Eventually I'll own a Wii U as well, even though there's no point because that's not that great either. But I'll own it eventually because it's got Nintendo exclusive titles. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, my plan is I want to get a lot of the old consoles back, like the PS1, PS2, normal Xbox, GameCube, things like that, just simply because there's games from back then I really miss, like some of the old wrestling games and games like Fahrenheit and even the Buffy games. I know that you laugh at that, but I really enjoyed them back when I played them.
You know, the Buffy game, I played it years ago and I found it fun. I remember playing that in the Bruce Lee game. Do you remember the Bruce Lee game?
I don't actually. That's the first time.
There was a Bruce Lee game, I think it was on the Xbox, and it was on the same time as the Buffy. I really enjoyed playing them together.
Did you play both Buffy games or just one?
I think I played both. I could be wrong, I might just play one, but I'm sure I played both.
What were they called?
I can't tell you.
Just Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and the second one was Chaos Bleeds.
It's been so long that I could have just played one, but getting confused because obviously it's been a while. But I'm sure I played both.
Them fucking goals, not a penalty. You've got to get Lazio. We should have done the over 2.5 scale. That Starner I wanted, one more goal. And that 1-1.
So I was 1 out.
2 out. You wanted Lazio to score and also
Club Brugge. 4-0.
Yeah.
So yeah, but Chaos Bleeds. That was. I think I preferred that in a way because I preferred the story in Chaos Bleeds.
Yeah, I mean the story to go on, carry on.
Sorry, the first Buffy one, I think I played because, well, I found out about it, and plus Angel was in it, but he wasn't in it much. And the the person who done the voice of the Master I didn't like, and Sarah didn't even voice any of the games, which I was really disappointed about.
It probably has to do with licensing and cost because
Probably.
when you license actors to do the voices, it costs a lot. I mean, normally it costs almost the same as like you're talking about millions. I'm not saying that they charge you something, but I'm saying if you add them all up, you know. So that could have been some reason. Um, I don't remember the games very, very well. I remember the staking being pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that was brilliant. I love that.
But I do think going back and buying old consoles is a good thing to do. I've always wanted to do it, but I just could never be bothered to just keep hooking them up to the TVs. I'd be so frustrated. I'd be like, come on, do I have to hook this one up? Do you get what I mean? Like,
It has been on my mind for a while because I want to collect all of the old wrestling games that ever came out that like I can actually get hold of. And I thought, well, should I just do it if I don't have the consoles and just keep them as like, keepsakes where some of them would be quite rare soon.
well, I remember in your house, and I think it was WrestleMania. You remember the old two on the PlayStation?
I remember WrestleMania 2000 on the N64.
Do you remember in your house on the PlayStation 1?
I know of it, haven't played it.
Me and my dad used to play it together all the time. It was a brilliant game. I'm sure the other one was WrestleMania. I'm sure it was. Because they had Scott Hall and they had like Yokozuna in them and stuff. And I remember, to me, those games were fantastic because they were just like being in the arcade, And now I feel like wrestling games, they go too much. Like I would like the old arcade style again. Where you picked them, it would go bing, 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 and all that. I'd like that. But I really hope that the new wrestling game is any good because I feel like the last few have been horrendous, And I feel like they take so much away which could make it good, Because I was looking at some of the pictures of the way they've changed them.
Yeah.
And there looks to be more depth in this one, but then we thought that with 15 when they showed pictures of that.
I always have high expectations, I think, and I'm doing it again with 2K16, like the career mode. On 2K15, I finally won the WWE Championship. All of a sudden, my guy's retiring. It's like, they skipped like 15 years to the future. And I figure, what the hell? I've barely done anything. It's been the same crap week after week after week. We've got nothing for you. Barely any cutscenes. I win the belt. Next minute, I'm having my retirement match. And I'm like, wow. Even though it's the first attempt, they seriously need to build on that.
Do you know what I miss? I miss in the original games back in the past. We talked about when it was SmackDown versus Raw. I miss the times when you'd, when it gets to pay-per-view and then you saw like that build-up thing and see them standing opposite each other.
Yeah.
I miss that because I thought that was a great part of the game because I wanted to see them. I wanted to see the feud build, and I felt like the new one you didn't see that. It was just like match after match after match. And I feel like universe modes could be so much deeper if they did anything other than the crappy cutscenes.
I know and the career mode felt exactly the same. The cutscenes I did get just felt exactly like universe mode.
Yeah, exactly.
And I hope that things like voices get added to career mode, and I heard in this one you can sort of form tag teams and make tag team enemies.
Well, I miss Just Bring It and Here Comes the Pain. I miss those days of career mode.
Yeah.
Where you could pick your journey in a way by doing certain things. I miss that. I miss having 8 characters on the screen like you did in Just Bring It. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And now you'd have like when you were wrestling, you'd have that square come out in the corner and show the person watching who was going to run down to attack you.
Yeah.
I miss those days because they were fantastic.
Yeah.
I must have played that game a lot more than any other game.
Do you remember Shut Your Mouth as well?
Yeah, see, to me they were all fantastic. Those games were awesome, and they're still awesome to us. Like, Just Bring It, Shut Your Mouth, Know Your Role. That was the second one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, see what I mean? Here Comes the Pain, where the Elimination Chamber match was first introduced. It was awesome. I had fun with them, and I felt like that was real gaming, you know, in wrestling. And now I feel like wrestling games have become nothing, you know. They concentrate on the graphics, if they can be bothered, and they take matches away each time. There's no need for them to take away anything now that we've got the PS4 because there should be so much thing. That's why I get annoyed with the whole superstar roster thing when they put people like Terminator in there because I want them to bring in more legends. Like us, they're bringing in Colonel Mustafa and the Iron Sheik again. So I'm hoping they bring in Sergeant Slaughter because that'd be awesome. But there's so many more we could have, you know.
The one person I'd really want in a game, which I know, obviously I know now is everyone knows it'll never happen, and I shouldn't really mention it because it probably might cause issues. But Chris Benoit, we know it's never going to happen, but I just wish somehow, some way it could because wrestling-wise, he is a legend.
You've said that, and a lot of people might get upset over that, but fuck them. I think that Chris Benoit was one of the best technical wrestlers of the 90s and 2000s. He, to me, was fantastic. So, you know, when we shoot ourselves up with steroids, we don't think clearly because it's taken us out. When we've had concussions, I don't agree with what he did with his family. I think that was disgraceful. But that was his personal life. It wasn't his wrestling life, you know. To me, he's a Hall of Famer. You know, to me, he reminds me of what Bret Hart was back in the 90s, you know, when he was like the best there is.
Yeah.
To me, people like him paved the way for people like Bryan Danielson and that proper technical wrestlers. And, I mean, some of the matches he had with like Kurt Angle were some of the best.
Yeah, and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, exactly. When he was a part of the Radicals and that Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko and that, it was incredible. People could say the same thing with Eddie Guerrero, being a drug addict and then dying because even though he got better, it got too much for him, like with the car wreck and everything. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, you can't attack somebody in wrestling because that's not their wrestling life. That was their personal life. And I hate these people that go, "Oh, Chris Benoit's the best. Oh, he killed his family. I hate Chris Benoit." Well, fuck you. You know what I mean? Yeah, I hate what he did, but I loved him as a wrestler, and that's what matters to us. Yeah. We didn't know him personally, so why should we be affected by it? I don't agree with it. I don't respect what he did, and I think it was horrible. But that shouldn't change my opinion of him as a wrestler, because he was a bloody good wrestler.
Definitely. And, you know, I didn't exactly mention him. I didn't want to, like, offend anyone. Just the fact on the wrestling side, it'd be nice to just see him in a game again, you know, but obviously I know it's never going to happen. And people like Eddie Guerrero, it'd be nice to see Eddie back in a game. There's a chance in 2K16 he might, but I'm not really banking on it.
Well, you know, the good thing with wrestling games is people creating people.
Yeah.
Because you get Chris Benoit from being created, because people want that, you know. And I think we're silly. To be honest with you, I think it's silly that he's not in there. I think it's silly that Eddie Guerrero's not in there. I think it's silly that half the people are not in there. You know, Perry Saturn's never been in them.
Well, before, on Community Creations.
What's that? Oh, what about the person being blocked?
Yeah, I saw a video a couple of days ago about it. Apparently it's not true, but in the video they said if you downloaded him and you used him online, you'll get completely banned from online.
Well, that's a bit stupid. That's why you don't call the wrestler by its name. You call it by, like, CB or something. Because if it was true, it'd be stupid calling them by their name, wouldn't it?
I know, but that's fair enough. He's not in the game, but to actually ban somebody,
I can't imagine that. That'd be really petty.
I mean, a comment on that video that said, "I've used Benoit online, and I haven't been banned." So, you know, I don't want to throw accusations, just say the person's a liar, but.
But how many times have they played as him online? Every day?
Loads of people play as Benoit before.
Well, then who knows? I've never done it personally. I don't go online that much.
But to be honest, I mean, with how it is now, there's too much cheating and stuff going on. I'll go and play matches, and if it's most of it's laggy anyway, you can't enjoy online anymore.
No, you can't.
And online.
Well, when I get my game, I expect you to have yours ready so I can whoop your ass. All right?
Listen. The only thing that's going to be happening in that ring is you'll get RKO'd out of nowhere, and I'm going to pin your 1, 2, 3.
Well, you can hope so, because I tell you, people have said to me in the past, "Well, I'm going to beat you," and I go, "Really?" And I have my hands tied behind my back, and I just beat the controller with my dick, and I still win. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever it takes to win. Just remember that.
All right, we'll see. We'll see.
If there has to be ring bells and chairs involved, low blows involved.
Oh, I see. So you're going to do anything you can just to pin me, are you?
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
This is true. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. I like
Are you
it.
both doing multiplayer on the PlayStation?
Well, you can do what do you call it? You can do an online match and do one-on-one. That's what I like. When I was younger, I used to play with somebody online, and they were such a crybaby. I mean, literally. If I beat them, they'd never play with me for months, and I used to have to beg them to play with me, and then they would, right? And I'd beat them, and they'd have a go at me. It was so bad. I had to change my screen name and talk to them in Japanese to get them to play a game with me, not knowing it was me, and still they'd lose. And I used to talk to them on the thing, going like this. Oh, Sagamage! Oi! Oh no! And they'd be all, what do you call it? And they'd get all angry.
You can talk Japanese.
I can talk some Japanese from watching movies. Plus, I pretend to be a German once as well.
Oh no.
Yeah, you never do that on a video. You don't let boy, you do that because you get in serious trouble.
Oh. Well, I'll be there ready. Don't you worry about that.
You better be, because I'm getting ready. I'll say to you what I said to Alex. Me and Alex used to play UFC, and I used to always tell him when the final hit was coming. I'd say to him, Alex, I'm going to hit you. I'm going to knock you out. And he'd go, no, you're not. No, you're not. And I'd go, here I come. I'm going to hit you right now. And he'd go, no, you're not. No, you're not. And I'd hit him just as he stopped blocking and knock him out. And he'd be like, fuck! You know? That's exactly what I'll be like. I'll be like, here comes the finisher. Here comes the finisher. You know, I love doing that because we're just like, oh.
Do you use multiplayer on PlayStation, Gaz?
Is that James?
Do you use the multiplayer on the PlayStation?
Yeah. Mostly I've been online, like when I've been playing Call of Duty with my friend John. I don't know if you know him. His name's a 2004 Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we used to play COD. He's the only one I'd really do multiplayer with on there. So.
What is it with people playing with COD? You know, I eat it, but I don't play with it. What is? Do you two record each other, right? Going like this with COD, like, playing with it? Because I don't get it.
Going on.
What's that?
There's always something fishy going on.
Exactly. I don't know why, but people go, we're playing COD, and I'm like, I see it, I eat it, I taste it, tastes good. I don't play with it unless I'm a cat or a dog or something.
Hey Malcolm, do you like your COD with tartar sauce?
I do. I should get the game, I should get my Call of Duty game out, and I should put tartar sauce on it, and go, oh, I love COD. But in all seriousness, have you played? You haven't played beta yet, have you? Of Black Ops 3.
I haven't. No. I know my mate John has, but he don't like core. I can't stand it myself.
I played it because somebody was nice enough to give me a free code.
Yeah.
To get into it. If you're watching this, thanks again. I played it, I enjoyed it, but I don't like this whole futuristic stuff. You know, I know it sounds silly, but I like the old style more. You know, like when you actually felt like you were going against each other without jumping up in the air.
Oh, what the boost?
You need to keep COD.
Like, I miss the days of Modern Warfare where it felt like it was an actual proper mission. Now I feel like I have to jump up in the air to get to places, and everybody else is jumping around. I hate that stuff. That's why I don't play it a lot.
It took me a long time to get used to Advanced Warfare. Really did. Like figuring out when you're jumping up in the air, like to make sure you're looking or pointing in the right place. Because as soon as you jump, if anyone's around you, like you're getting shot. As soon as you're in the air, you're shot.
What difficulty do you play it on? Because I play it on Batman.
What, offline or online?
Offline.
Normal, I think I had it on.
Oh, normal.
I don't usually do campaigns. I usually go straight online.
Oh, you're one of those Call of Duty guys that buys it just for the online part.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I do the complete opposite. I always buy for the single player campaign, and then I go online because I don't know. I love online, but at the same time I don't. When it comes to something like that, it's like you can ask Tash. When we play online together, we always like it when it's just us two. Because what happens is you get some dick 12-year-old who goes away and going, hey, go shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to see what I do when people do that to me. I go, am I shit? And I start screaming down the microphone, shooting them because they're going, oh shit now, you're dead, you know? And that's the 12-year-old.
What gets me about them, you know the ones that like camp and then kill you?
Yeah.
If you do it back to them, straight away you got a message. You noob, you camping bitch and all that.
I love that. Somebody sent me a message when we were playing GTA, going, you fucking noob, you killed me. So I sent, if you want to spell right, put a B instead of an N, and you spelt yourself. A boob? I'm not a boob. What are you? And then they go, you dick. And I go, how did you know my name was Richard? It's not Richard. You're just a dick. And I'm like, stop calling me by my name, Richard. Right? And they're like, you know, and it just annoys people, right? And it's funny. I've got to admit, it's funny because they keep sending me messages and they're not focusing, so I find them in the game and I shoot them.
But you have the front to say it's skill. So I think, alright, you want to be a cunt to me, I'm going to be a cunt to you, and I do exactly the same. Good for the other.
I don't agree with camping. I never have done. But if I'm in a game where it's really, really hard, I'll do it because it's surviving.
Yeah,
you know. But if I'm in a game where I want to run around shooting, like I remember playing Blood Money, you know, the James Bond one. I remember playing that. I was like, shit, I keep dying. Then I got that bloody golden gun or whatever it was, and I was blowing everybody up, and I was like, yeah, you know. And but I don't think there's anything wrong with camping as long as the people that do it are actually trying to kill people, but they're not just sitting there waiting. You know what I mean? They're actually looking for a scope or something. Because everybody has their own skills.
If someone's watching this now that I know, and he was in it, he'd say something. And because I'm terrible. If I'm getting absolutely destroyed, I can't help it. I'll go and sit behind the nearest thing. Yeah,
I say, I get what you mean. So you hide and then you jump out and go, well, hey! Oh look, we found out now. I found out the truth.
If you do it to me, I can't help it. I have to. And especially if someone's done it and then they message me something. If they're in the next lobby I'm in, I have to get them back and try and do it the same way.
So Tash has the same thing. If someone takes her in the game, she has to go after them and kill them. Normally what happens is she'll drive off, leave me behind, and normally shoot a missile at her car and blow her up. And then she's like, you blew up my bloody car, and I'm like, sorry, it was an accident. Or we'll both jump in the car, we'll both chase the person, because Tash is the better driver, I'm the better shooter. She'll say that herself.
Who's the funniest person that the story is either you or Tash?
What's that?
Who's the best out of you two who kills each other on the game?
Well, you know what? I know the real answer, but I'm going to be nice. Tash.
Well, how does she do it? How does she do it?
Tash will try and shoot me when my back's turned.
Alright.
And then she'll say she pressed the wrong button. and then she'll say to me, look, I wasn't trying to kill you, right? I wasn't. I'm like, okay. And then some other time she'll shoot me again and go, shit, press the wrong button again. Me, I'll just shoot a plane in the head, like, boom, one shot. Right? And then she'll go, where'd you kill me? I go, my hand slipped. it's very fun playing Tash because we have a great chemistry when it comes to gaming together and joking about, you know.
I really want to play GTA, and it's by the time I get it, it's already like probably really old to people as it is. So by the time I get it, people go back,
Well, it's still expensive. That's the amazing part.
Is it?
Yeah.
I haven't even looked.
It's probably still about 40, 30 quid over there.
Really? I haven't even looked. I don't even know.
You know, I love the game. I love it, and I love doing things in there, and I love doing them with people. The heist is a pain in the ass because everybody quits. People haven't got the stamina to stay. Like if you die twice, normally someone quits. If you don't get enough money, they quit, and you just get really, really annoyed with it.
Guys, do you still do Blu-ray and DVDs?
Who?
You.
Am I still collecting them?
Yeah.
I will be, but I'm just decided on what I want to rather get, Blu-rays or DVDs, because I don't want to do both. I want to do one or the other. But the big problem is things like One Tree Hill, Buffy, Angel is only DVD.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, I could wait and see if they come out on Blu-ray, but I could be either waiting forever, it just might not happen. So.
Well, there are HD versions of them on Netflix.
Yeah, well, I have actually got Netflix. I've become addicted to it again. I can't remember what I was. I think I last watched 90210 on there, not the old ones, like the newer type ones.
Yeah, the old one's better.
The original.
Yeah, the new ones too. Ugh.
It's just modern.
And boring.
What about you, Malcolm? Have you got any orders on the way? Blu-ray, DVD?
Yeah, I do actually. I've got Orphan Black Season 3 coming. I've got Coffee.
Awesome.
Wow.
Orphan Black, awesome show.
It is. I love that show. I think Season 3 went a little bit OTT, you know.
I haven't seen Season 3, so...
You haven't seen it? You haven't seen it?
No.
Alright, well when you do, we'll talk about it. I'm not going to spoil it for you. See, James, I have respect for people who haven't seen shows. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, I got that. I've got Coffee coming. You know the Pam Grier film. The reason I got that is because it's HD, and in that she gets her bumbas out multiple times. And I know they're nice and big, all right, and I want to see them in HD.
What is it with boobies? Seriously.
They're fantastic. They're beautiful. They're amazing. You know. Once you squeeze them and you play them, you want them more.
And the reason Wrong Turn.
What's that?
The reason you got me watching Wrong Turn.
There you go. That's the reason as well. You see, that's what men do. When men have friendships, they build friendships over perverseness and they share things. You see?
Do you remember that when I commented on your video for that?
I do remember that. I do. And I remember me saying that she was naked, and you went, "Oh, I'm gonna go watch that right now." And then you were like, "Thank God I did."
Yeah. And I got a comment come on saying you freaking pervert.
It's awesome, you know. I love it. But yeah, you know, I could talk about breasts all day, and obviously, if someone like Tash walks in and sees that, she's gonna be going like this. And any other woman.
Yeah.
But you know, yeah, but that's why I got that. I've got NCIS Season 12 coming. I've got City Hunter, Season 1, Part 2 coming, which is an anime. And that's it at the minute. And I want to find...
NCIS.
What's that?
Do you ever get bored of NCIS?
Do you know what? I started watching the first season finally because I've never watched it. I've only watched 3 episodes with my nan when she was alive years ago. And I find there's times where I just can't watch it. I like it, I love it, but there's times I'm just like, this episode's really dragging on.
Really?
So what I try and do is I try and watch a season, and then I just try and stop watching it for a while. I can't watch more than 2 episodes a day, otherwise I get bored shitless of it.
I thought I'd be like that, but I just watched it so much, and I can just watch it over and over. But I'll rinse things too much. I think I can really overwatch things.
But the question is, how much do you watch it? Do you give it your full attention, or do you watch it like in the background while you're maybe looking at a phone or something?
I used to give it my full attention. Like the first few times, it was my full attention. If I watched it now, I'd probably be like, watching it, like checking my phone.
Exactly.
You know,
That's how comes it's not boring to you, because what you're doing is you're looking at other things as well. If I've 3 episodes on instead of 2, I'm looking online. I'm looking at things, even though I'm watching it. So I'm not getting bored of it, but I'm not enjoying it as much as I should be.
yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I think you might be like that with the LA one. Even I do like the LA one, but I don't know if you'll feel the same if you ever watch the.
I've got the first 5 seasons of LA.
Have you seen that?
No, I've never watched it. The one thing you'll notice with me is I buy every series which is available when it's cheap, but I might watch it for like 4 years. It's a
I
mental.
couldn't do that.
It's an illness.
I couldn't do that.
You can't buy anything decent anyway. What are you on about? You'll buy something like Ernest Scared Stupid for like £10 when it's $1 in America.
It's because I just like, what's this here? We've got comments.
Oh, well, let's have a look. Hi, you guys. How you doing? From Alex. Hi, Alex.
Hello, Alex.
It's the Twinder Man.
That's my nickname for him, arsehole. What you on about?
Well, I thought it was both of our names for him.
Yeah, you're always still what I call people.
Okay, then what's your nickname for me, sir?
If I start calling guys Wally, I bet you'd start, if we were in the chat regularly, you'd go, "Hey Wally, what's up?"
You haven't given me my nickname tonight.
Yeah, your nickname's Dickhead. You know what I mean? But anyway.
Well, for me, it's Unchained Hybrid.
Unchained Hybrid.
Next, they'd be calling me Unchained Melody.
Yeah, there you go. Oh dear. Doing good, Alex. How are you doing?
You drunk or something?
No,
He always drinks like 2 pints of cider before chat.
I don't drink. It's only on weekends, that is.
Oh, only on the weekends, is it? That's when you're an
Yeah.
alcoholic.
No, I drink lemonade tonight
You get hyper.
on this.
Yeah, you probably do. I've drunk so much fizzy drink in the past, it doesn't make me hyper anymore. It just makes me. It just sometimes gives me that boost.
What's your drink of choice, Gaz?
Oh, I drink far too much Coke, even though I don't even enjoy it.
Is this official Coke or is this cheap Coke? Oh, okay, official Coke. Okay.
But most of the time I drink it, I think, for the sake of it. Even though it ain't even good for me, I don't enjoy it half the time I drink
Did you
it.
know? Did you know? This is a study which I recently realised. When you drink Coke, how many bottles of Coke do you drink a week?
3 maybe.
3. Okay. I used to drink 1.5 a day. All right.
Yeah.
When you drink as much Coke as that, right? If you stop and you drink water, I know water's horrible because I hate drinking it. When you stop, it cuts down so much weight without you even doing anything. It's incredible. Since I've realised, my weight has shot down like 5-6 pounds just from that. It's incredible.
Alex says, what you guys been up to?
I've been looking at you naked again on cam, Alex, like we planned the other day. Yeah, that was fun. And where we just talk to each other naked, you know, examining each other's bodies and telling each other about how much we love life. And yeah, see, not even the memory of it makes me smile. But but anyway, yeah, just going to the gym and stuff, you know, just taking the piss out of James as usual and enjoying fun times with guys. How about you, James? What have you been up to?
Everything yet nothing. No, just a lot of editing lately. I got a whole lot of videos coming up because I had to switch the channel because of the copyright. So I still got 2 videos on my computer waiting to go up.
Nice.
And I'm going to be doing another out and about vlog tomorrow.
Nice.
So, oh yeah, and also next week or the week after I'll have another update video.
Nice.
But that's all I've planned at the moment.
All right, what about you guys? You doing anything special this week?
I wouldn't say special, mostly just catching up on some shows. Trying to write down some ideas for videos and what I want to do. I did actually make a second YouTube channel, which I haven't decided yet if I'm going to use it just for strictly wrestling podcast stuff. I need to make my mind up on that. But other than that, I haven't really been doing a hell of a lot. Just writing down ideas on what I really want to do.
Oh, look, John's here. Hello, guys. The 2004 Punk, John, that is.
John, you made it.
Nice to see you.
Don't tell them no camping stories about me.
Yes, tell us camping stories.
Oh, camping stories.
So so what you're asking is him to not to tell us about you guys playing tents.
No.
Because you said don't tell him any camping stories. So you two have gone camping together.
Totally, yeah, we've gone.
Well, that's what it sounds like when you say that. About the game bit. It's awesome.
Camping on Call of Duty. There you go.
All right, camping on Call of Duty. It just sounds like, oh, so you two have gone camping. Where did you go? That way. Alex, sounds good. Laugh at that, guys. You should do a DVD overview. Why does everybody say that? Have you noticed now in the community everybody wants a DVD movie overview? Have you ever noticed that? Always makes me laugh.
I think it's because people want to see into your collections and find out what you haven't got, and what you haven't got they want to send you.
Not always.
The disappointing thing for me is that literally, if I was to do one, I have Pretty Little Lies seasons 1 to 4, Criminal Minds season 1 to 4, season 1 of Leverage, and at the minute, that's about it for my collection. Because I need to rebuild.
Wow.
That's all literally just DVDs as well.
Well, the overview will be coming soon, Alex, and it'll be 1 minute long for you.
No, I wouldn't even bother. But I might do a Pretty Little Liars overview thing because I don't really see enough people talking about it. And
Didn't you do one already at some point?
For me?
Yeah, didn't you have a video of your Pretty Little Liars collection?
Time ago, I did, but I actually wanted to talk in depth about the actual show itself rather than just saying, these are good so-and-so, because I just want people to know, if they haven't watched it, what they're going to be getting into, because it's such a confusing show that people are really going to need to give it a chance and maybe watch it more than just to understand.
Well, I always say what people need to do when they watch new shows, give it 4 to 5 episodes, and then if it's still a bit confusing, probably go to about 8. That's when you can judge a show fully, in my opinion. If you watch one episode and you go, oh, shit, it's not always good. It's like Fear the Walking Dead was on the other day, A lot of people say it's Star Wars, the first episode. You can't just judge him by the first episode, can you? Because they've got to do so much in that episode to get you watching.
I think it went downhill after season 3 anyway.
I do have a class video on my Instagram of him boost jumping and getting killed and smashing into a corner of a wall. LOL. I will have to check that out now.
I actually got to admit, that is the funniest thing that could ever happen that he caught on a video. As I went to boost jump, I got killed, and as I died, my guy just head butted the wall and fell flat to the floor.
So when you were in you got shot and it pushed you like that, right?
Yeah, as I jumped, I shot, and as I'm about to die, my guy's hit off the side of a wall and fell flat on the floor. And he caught it on a replay.
Brilliant. I'm going to have to check that out.
I forgot all about it.
That's how long I last with Janetto in the bedroom, 1 minute. Well, it's not Janetto, it's Janit. Janit! I want to see you say it, Alex. I want to see you type Janit. Alright? That's how you put it. Janit. Got to put a little bit of French in there. Janit, you see? Make it, some sort of like erotic sounding name.
Sounds like you're turning French, Malcolm.
Janit, yes.
Have you ever been to France?
I almost did, ages ago.
I have.
Yeah, you went to France. You belong there with a beret on your head and one of the black stripes, and with a big, massive baguette in your mouth, going. You know, you know, be fantastic.
No, I've been to Le Fosso.
The Fossil.
Yeah.
Where?
Is that where all the old grannies hang out? The Fossil.
No. It's in Brittany.
In Brittany. So it's in Britney Spears.
No.
The Fossil in the Brittany.
Hit me, baby. What time?
There you go. Exactly. There we go. And that's what he was saying when he was there. You need to wear. James, you should wear a beret. Right? You should walk around with a palette full of paint, and you should be going like this. Right? And then when you turn it around on the camera, it should be a picture of a penis. Right? Because you'd be technically painting what you think about all day.
What, you mean my head?
No, not your head. You just think about sausages all day, don't you?
Guys, have you been abroad?
Have I been? I only been to Spain. I went Ireland, if that counts, because that was a long time ago.
Ireland doesn't count, in my view. It doesn't, but it's still a country, so it does count. But to me, it doesn't. Nowhere in. There we go. Janit, baby. I think to me, Spain counts because Spain is quite a way. You know, is it hot over there?
It was, especially the last day when I was waiting to come home because we had a flight that was at 2:30 in the morning, and that whole day it was just absolute freaking torture.
Well, I've been to Canada and I've been to America.
You didn't manage to punch Justin Bieber while you were there, did you?
You know, I wish I could have done because I've noticed one thing. Because I go through Air Canada all the time, they're quite rude to me.
Really?
Yeah,
Where did you go to Canada?
Yeah, Canada. I've been to Canada. Canada. My dad went to Canada years before I did, and he said it was the most boring place in the world. And I went to Canada on my way here. And some of the people are so friendly, so nice, but if you get on the wrong side of them, they don't forget it.
What part of Canada did you go to?
Vancouver, Calgary. What was the other one?
British Columbia?
No, I think it's Edmonton.
I was just going to say Edmonton as well.
Yeah, I think they're the three I've been to. Yeah.
I got a question. What is the capital of Canada?
Quebec. Is it Quebec? No, it can't be. The capital of Canada. I think it's. No. What is it? What is it, guys?
I don't know. I just said that. I don't fucking know.
Because I know Vancouver's right next to Seattle.
Oh,
Well, Washington. You know.
no, I mean, Washington is the capital of DC, isn't it? That's nice.
Yeah. What's the capital of England, James? Quick, 3, 2, 1.
London.
London? That's London. London.
London.
London. Okay.
So
What's
Malcolm
the-
is in Seattle.
what's-
I'm in Bristol. Where are you at, Gaz?
The what?
I said I'm in Bristol. Malcolm is in Seattle. Where are you two?
I'm in hell.
He is right now, anyway.
Yeah. I'm in, as you call it, London.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. I like that. I've seen the video of you getting shot and smashed.
John, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
That's brilliant. I like that. It's brilliant.
You couldn't get anything more epic than that when you get killed in a game.
It's brilliant. It's like, and it's in slow motion too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to see that.
I'll send you a link after.
Okay.
People stop sending links of me getting killed and absolutely owned, please.
I'll have to send links of me beating guys on wrestling games. All right, I'll do that. I promise everybody.
do it in slow motion. Once I RKO you on the game and I'm pinning you, I'm going to do it in such slow motion, and I'm going to put a picture of me going, yep.
Oh, well, what I'll do is I'll do the same thing, except I'll put a smiley face on my penis. And I'll put that on the picture, right? And then what I'll do is I'll post it on Facebook, and I'll tag you, right? With your picture in the corner looking like this. Right? Well, my penis has a smiley face on it, with you laying on the floor in the game, with me on top of your pinya, with the 3 count on the screen.
Yeah,
Malcolm, what would you be like if you was in slow motion in real life?
What's that?
What would you be like in slow motion in real life?
I'll show you. Ready? Watch this. Hey, and there you go. It'd always be about my good looking, me being good looking and that. That's what would be my slow motion. I'd be going like this, never like.
What would your impression of me be like in slow motion?
This would be my impression of you, eh? Let me show you. Hey.
Oh dear.
Yeah, there you go. Except, oh look, Tash is here. I could make a montage of me beating Malc and Geeky-Chat if that'd make you feel better, Gaz. LOL. Yeah, you know, dreams, she wishes. I have to let her kill me. I have to let her kill me. What were you going to say, Gaz?
Does that mean when I get the game, I can just stand there and shoot you in the head, Malc?
I'll let you do that if it makes you feel better. I'll let you do it, and then what you'll do is you'll make a video like Tash will, going, I beat him, it'll just have clips of me standing there getting shot in the head constantly. Let's have a look. Laugh Loud John, I'm like the walking X-Files encyclopedia, still not sure if that's good or bad. LOL. And Alex put, Martin Clones. Well, everybody's here. I'm going to be right back because I need to take a serious pay, alright? I'll be 1 minute.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. I'm going to send you it in a vial as well now because you said that. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'm going to send you, and I want you to show it on a video, and I want you to say, look at this amazing rare item of Malcolm's pay.
Yeah.
I've got to be careful with it. I'm going to put it on the side here and then accidentally smash it, and it's going to turn into this big monster of me.
I'll sell it on eBay.
There you go, sell it on eBay. Rare Wii. I'll be right back.
So what are you doing at the moment? Gaz, yourself, you alright?
Yeah, mate, I'm not too bad. Not too bad. Have you got
any videos planned or?
I've got a few ideas of just random stuff, but I'm thinking of maybe checking out some shows on Netflix and doing some reviews of them.
Yeah, thanks for resubscribing to the new My DVD Reviews channel.
Well, have you got a new one now?
Yeah, because it's copyright.
What, your old one got closed down?
It's still up, but for like viewing videos.
Okay, I didn't even know that happened. I haven't really spoken to you, have I? So I don't know.
My latest video is still up on the current channel. You might still be subscribed to. There's a video, and there's a link to the new channel you can subscribe to on there.
Okay. I've got my my second one going, but I think that'll be mainly for. I might even put like wrestling music or stuff on there just to like mess about with in my free time, sort of thing.
I've really been enjoying your gameplays, you know.
Yeah, see, I keep thinking like if I do so many different things and add loads of gameplays, like about it pissing people off, but for so long I've always wanted to do gameplay things, upload it, and just, you know, obviously I know people like it can help their home feed spammed and anything, but I want to try and do a lot more when the new wrestling game comes out, and then do some gameplay of that and then upload it. Oh look, Pissy Pants is back.
Pussy Pants?
Pissy Pants.
I just got up to the loo a minute. I'll be right back.
Oh, look, it's going. Look, we're all going to go to the loo one after another. Now look at this. So what was said while I was away?
He was just asking me what I've been up to, what videos I've got planned, and he liked my old gameplay videos.
Oh, nice. So so let's hear this then. So about your channel. So you don't know what you're gonna do still, or
I think, obviously, I know we spoke briefly before. I'm still
yeah.
doing like anything wrestling related. I want to start trying to do more reviews because I want to get better at reviewing things. But I'm not as in detailed as a lot of other people are. That's my only issue I've got.
Well, you know how to get more detailed?
Practice.
Practice. You know? What you need to do is you need to look in the mirror, practice.
I look in the mirror, it cracks.
Well, you know what? Then you're lucky because last time mine did, it just shattered up and cut me. Yours cracks, you can still see yourself in it.
No, but I mean, I definitely want to do gameplay things. It's something, even before I ever done my first ever like YouTube video ever, I always wanted to do, not to copy other people, just have my own gameplay uploaded.
Well, why don't you? Why don't you? You know, the thing with YouTube is you can do unlimited things. Well, there are a lot of limited things, but I mean, as long as you follow the copyright stuff and that, you can do anything.
My biggest issue is I'm only on basic internet, so uploading, my upload speed is disgraceful.
So, hold on, you're still on dial-up?
No, I'm not on dial-up, but it's just a basic package with Sky.
Oh, you mean the cheap one?
Yeah, just cheapy, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, we can't. You know, I'm quite lucky over here. I mean, we pay like $300 for our package. You know, yeah, about $300. It's ridiculous. We don't use the TV, but we still pay for it. It's an American thing, I think. Well, you know, if it takes a while, just put on while you're going to bed. Then you don't have to worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah, best way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's like upstairs. Upstairs isn't as strong as down here, so at the moment I've got my PS3 upstairs, and it's downloading the game. It's taken so far 4 days to get to like 45%. I put it on when we play it, and that's what matters. It doesn't have to go on straight away. It'll probably come on within a couple of days if you do it that way.
Yeah.
Or one day, you know.
Cheers.
Beggars.
And what do you think this is?
You just took a in the glass.
It does look like orange with pea in it.
No, it's pineapple juice.
I could have said something else.
What?
I could have said it was something else, but I don't want to get too rude.
Go on.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I've got to be careful what I say.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Go-Go mixed berry flavoured and other natural flavours. Kind of like Go-Go cage dancing, but without the cage or the dancing.
Guys, do you drink alcohol?
Now and then.
Yeah. What's your favourite? Like, do you like cider or?
Strongbow.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, James.
I do love Jaeger shots though.
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice. You take Jaeger shots, huh?
Yeah, I do. But one time I started mixing shots and it didn't go down well. I moved on and yeah, never again.
People do that are really silly.
First time I'd ever done it, and I learnt my lesson. Trust me, it's a story that no power on this earth will like make me tell it, but it will never happen again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was there vomit in it?
Let's just say there was a bit of this, that, and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've clocked it already.
What did Alex mean by Martin Clunes, Martin Clunes?
Oh, I know why. I'm not going to mention it on the chat, but I know why.
Because you're a fan of Doc Martin.
No, because when you say clones, you say it a completely different way.
Okay.
When you say clones, you don't say the L in it.
Balloons.
Balloons. Balloons.
I
So,
see.
so
What include?
the one problem with wearing earphones is when somebody screams, you end up hearing it really loud in your ears.
I wanted to scream really loud then.
So, let's see what's going on.
Do you have any comments on the YouTube page?
Yeah, actually, that's a good point, actually, because some people are too lazy to click on one button. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I'll tell you this, guys, right now. John, you know I do the chat with on Saturday?
Yeah.
He said he'd like you to be in one of our chats.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go. I thought that'd make you feel good because John doesn't do that often. Normally he doesn't want anyone else in there, but he likes you. He said his actual words were this: I like his style. He looks like a nice guy. Let's have him in the chat and let's talk about some crazy things.
Come fly with me, Alex says.
Come fly with me.
Come fly, let's fly away. We should sing that together. Come fly with me, let's fly away. So, let's see. Subject. Who's got a subject?
My Are You Afraid of the Dark collection is finally going to be complete soon.
Not Are You Afraid of the Dark? We're ignoring that one.
Are You Afraid of the Dark? Yes, completely.
Good.
I think in that show, Gaz.
Do you know what? I can't even remember that. Or Goosebumps. I remember Goosebumps as well, but I can't even remember. And even I'm not even going to bring up the subject because I know James will just go completely crazy on it. But
what is it?
X-Files. I know I've seen it before, but I was so young that I can't remember anything.
What, of X-Files or Are You Afraid of the Dark?
X-Files.
You don't remember Mulder and Scully?
No, I remember them. I can't remember any episodes. If you mention anything to me, I literally just won't remember anything.
You don't remember Are You Afraid of the Dark either?
I know I've seen it. I can't remember any episodes. Same with Goosebumps. And Tales from the Crypt.
That's so weird.
Things that I know I liked, and now I just cannot remember anything about them.
You could always watch them again.
Yeah.
On Netflix.
Hard to get now, though.
I think Goosebumps is on Netflix, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
I haven't. Yeah, but is it on your Netflix or ours?
I think it's on both. Well, it was at one point.
I've been told.
Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark on it though.
Huh?
Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark on it.
How do you know Goosebumps isn't? Have you actually signed up for it?
No, but somebody told me that they ain't got it on there.
They were on there at one point. Well, I know Afraid of the Dark wasn't, but I know Goosebumps was at one point.
Alright.
Could be off now, but because they take things on and off, don't they? But I know at one point it was on there. And it could have been a Malcolm.
I think they have to take stuff off of it if they've got stuff
Because it's all about licensing. They get a certain period where they can have something. It's like when companies buy rights to a movie. Once they lose those rights to a movie, they can't bring out that movie anymore through their company. And then that becomes out of print. That's why titles become out of print.
Is that kind of like when X-Files was on Sky One and now they've sold it?
Yeah, they sold it, didn't they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that until Tash brought that up. I will give credit where credit's due. I didn't know.
I guess when the new one's out and it reaches our shore, it have to go onto another channel.
I can't believe you're going to buy the Region 1 DVD. Just wait for the Region 2 one.
If
there's not a Blu-ray. If there's a Blu-ray, buy the Blu-ray.
It's going to even be longer than to wait for it, though, isn't it? Because it's come out first there. And
yeah, but come on. Do you really need to buy it that quick?
Yeah, because I'm
You
really
don't
keen
buy
on
any. You've still got to buy Being Human first.
I'm really keen on seeing that X-Files season though. As so is Tash.
Well, yeah, but that's different because I'm not sure what Tash will do, but she'll probably have it all saved anyway on her system. So she'll watch it on there probably, and then who knows what. Goosebumps is definitely still on UK Netflix. Oh, yeah.
Check that out later then.
Check it out, guys. Check it out.
What about the upcoming Goosebumps movie? Is any of you going to be looking forward to that?
No, because it
No.
looks shit, because it's got Jack Black in it.
What's wrong with Jack Black?
You're a Jack Black fan, are you?
I don't really think about him really.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's wrong with Jack Black. Jack Black was a great actor comedian at one point. But now his act's got stale because he plays the exact same kind of character as does Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
When they both play roles where they're being serious and they're not being stupid like they are, they're actually quite bearable. I like Jack Black in serious roles. I don't like him in comedy roles. I liked him in Evil Woman. I liked him in School of Rock. I liked him in a couple of other things. But other than that, he's kind of now got dated. That's my problem.
I liked him in Muppets.
And then it went silent.
You liked him in Muppets?
Yeah. You know the Muppets movie?
What, the recent one?
The first one.
Are you talking about the new ones?
Yeah.
I don't remember being in the new one. Either way, probably because I didn't really care about the character. I like the Muppets, but I don't like these. Oh, what's this? I've heard Dark and X-Files on the UK Netflix. Yeah, I knew Goosebumps was, but I knew that I've heard Dark definitely wasn't. X-Files, on the other hand, is on the American one.
Fucking America. They get everything that's good, you know?
Well, you could say that. Then we've got the Kardashians.
Yeah,
But they're saying that you've got Made in Chelsea, and the only way is that's it, so it kind of makes up for it, I guess. We've got The Simple Life with Paris Hilton. Yeah.
And you go like that, and then.
Exactly. There's times where you just want to go. That's why I don't believe in Netflix anyway. I think Netflix is a sacred sin. Well, not so sacred, stupid, horrible
So what
place.
do you use instead of Netflix?
Blasphemy. Netflix is blasphemy of media.
Is there a free version of Netflix?
No. Actually, there is. There's 30 days free when you first try it. It's people like you, James, that give Netflix a bad name. Oh, I want Netflix for free. Okay.
Yeah. I want Netflix for free.
Why don't you just get off your arse, get £6 and join it, and then watch it? Because you'd have so much more to talk about. I don't know why you just don't do it.
And you get.
It's really able to get it.
What's that?
Not myself, anyway.
I think Being Human's on the English one. You wouldn't have to buy it. You could just watch it on there then, if it is.
In both
I'm going to review that Scream first episode soon.
I know I keep bitching about X-Files not being on Netflix here. LOL. That's some tash. Well, you know what? I'd bitch about it too if I was a big fan and it wasn't here. Hell, I think about shows which I would like to be on my one, like English shows, But what are you saying, James?
I can't remember.
About why you haven't bought Netflix yet?
Oh, because I got a card that I can pay for it.
Why can't your mum just pay £6 a month for you to have Netflix? Surely that would give you thousands more stuff to watch, and you'd have a lot more stuff to talk about, like Being Human, like watching things like any episode of Supernatural on there, even though you've got the sets. You could just click on one instead of having to get the disc out if you wanted to. Because some people do that.
Yeah, and I just like someone using the physical format of stuff. So I'm not going to be one of those subjects. I'm going to always stick with the physical format, even if I have to wait for it for a little while.
You should seriously ask your mum if you can get Netflix. I mean, £6 a month ain't gonna break the bank, is it?
No, but especially if there's like stuff that we like getting at the thing.
Alex has got Netflix. Gaz has got Netflix. Tash has got Netflix. I own Netflix and I barely watch it because Donna watches it all the time. You know,
Okay.
everybody has Netflix because there's so much more you can watch on there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's stuff on there you could probably watch which you probably won't be able to buy. I mean, what do you think, guys?
I think the good thing about Netflix, which is another reason why I wanted it, the shows I've never seen I can watch on there, and if I figure out I like it, then I can go out and buy it.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you get 30 days for free as well, so if you don't like it in 30 days, you don't pay nothing.
Oh, Being Human isn't on Netflix UK. Oh, okay.
I like
That's a
it.
shame. Just to use a DNS code if you're such a big fan, surely that's worth it, James. It's Alex. Netflix is perfect for you, James. So many shows and films for you to watch. That's Alex. Jack Black isn't in any Muppets movies. Confused face. I knew he wasn't. And Tash put, obviously I have the X-Files VHS DVD sets, but I really want to see it in HD, and if they're going to drag their heels on Blu-ray release, then I want to stream it. LOL. That's some Tash.
And again, it's quiet. But yeah, James, you should try Netflix out. Just take the free trial, and if you don't like it, if your mum don't like it, cancel it.
You still have to register a card though to it before you have to get the free trial.
Yeah, but you can. They don't take nothing unless you leave it on there. If you don't cancel it within that 30 days, they don't charge you anything.
So I did that for Amazon Prime as well, and I've not ended the 30-day free trial yet.
Well, don't let it run over the time because they will charge you if you don't want it.
Yeah, £79.
Yeah.
What?
Jake, you wouldn't mind that, would you? £79. That's nearly a whole year's worth of bloody. I think that is a whole year's worth of bloody Netflix.
I use it free for the postage of free delivery.
Tash says you would get a lot from Netflix, James. You can. What's that? You can try it for a month free, especially for shows people keep recommending you check out. And Ace put Exiles is HD on Netflix. And Ace puts it's free for the first month anyway, James. This shouldn't be a debatable thing. This should be something where somebody goes, check out Netflix. You should go, yes, I'm going to. And in the next chat, you should have said, this was months ago, by the way, you should have said, I watched Netflix. I really like it. I think I'm going to stick with it. Well, we haven't really got the money at the minute, even though I really enjoyed it. We can't really afford it at the moment, but I would definitely get it in the future after you've given it a go.
My sister got Netflix.
Then there you go, then.
They can record it maybe onto DVD, and then I could have it that way.
There's sometimes I just want to batter you in the head. Seriously, I just want to grab hold of a hammer and just hold you into stuff like this.
Yeah.
Give Netflix a go before next week.
That's
Just give
too much short of amount of time.
You've got a 3 month. You can give it a go before next week.
That's more than a year of Netflix.
That's more than a year of Netflix.
I guarantee by next week he hasn't even got the trial.
And he won't.
Yeah.
Me and Alex have spoken to him about this probably like, what, 4 months ago? Right? And I just don't get why you don't want to do it, James. I just don't get it.
It's not one of those things I want to go with. I mean, I'm not really a streaming person. I don't really...
But the thing is, if you bought as many movies as I do, not to brag, you'd have every reason not to. Because I buy movies all the time instead of watching them on Netflix. But for someone like you who doesn't buy that many movies, it's perfect because you get to watch movies that people talk about. And TV shows and stuff. What's
Got
this?
TV shows on there like Grimm.
You, Torrent and Pirate Bay answer all your problems, James. Just borrow their accounts for fuck's sake. There you go. Ask your sister for her account details and use that.
And what's torrent?
Alex has spoken to you about torrenting in the
Oh yeah,
past.
yeah. I got the link on Skype from I have to go on it there on.
Why don't you ask your sister for account details so that you can log on to it? Because you can log on to it from 2 different locations at the same time.
Can you?
Yes.
It's my brother-in-law I talked to about it, so I have to ask him.
When will you be seeing them next? And what are you focusing so much on?
There's comments on there, that was all.
Oh, okay.
Do you think I can buy a GTA, Malcolm?
Do I think you should?
Yeah.
It depends. You got anyone to play with?
Yeah, you.
Then get it.
There you go. Sorted.
I warn you. I warn you though. You play with me, you're asking for trouble with Tash.
She won't kill me as long as I behave and don't kill her.
She'll destroy you in a heartbeat. She'll go, this is what Tash does. She'll go, that's my partner. That's my partner in crime. You get nowhere near him. And she'll start killing you.
I'll be too busy jumping off the top of roofs anyway.
I think you should. I think you should get the game. I think it'd be fun because when it comes to the heists and stuff, it would be handy because you'd be able to help us because you won't quit, would you?
Oh no, I wouldn't quit.
Yeah,
I can't
so there.
break it, but I wouldn't quit.
That's the worst thing about heists. So it would be good if you got it because you could do the heist with us and we could help you with yours.
It's not just that as well. If you go with people you don't know on it, when I first ever played it on PS3, I was doing a heist. First thing I went into, and the guy I was doing it with just killed me.
Yeah.
So if you're doing it with friends, it's a lot easier because you can communicate.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, if you do get the game, you can come in and play with me and Tash sometime.
Sweet.
Alright? So, you're always welcome.
Is there going to be any more GTA games coming out?
Yeah, number 6 has been confirmed to be in Vice City. Yes, number 6 has been confirmed. There's a couple of comments and I'll carry on talking about that. If you rarely buy stuff on Amazon because you don't have the money, getting free postage for £79 a year is not worth it. You're always at your computer watching YouTube, so what's the difference watching Netflix on it as well? I'm not remotely offended that you don't want to play with me as well. Oh, that's from Tash. I'm guessing that last bit was to you guys. And the first bit was to James.
I don't want to. Well,
But you don't want to play with Tash. She's upset because you don't want to play with her. You want to play with me.
Of course I want to play with her. I'll play with you.
Oh, you want to play with a woman? Yeah, you want to play with Tash? Excuse me? Excuse me?
Well, what's the standard of me wanting to play with you then?
Oh, so you want to play with Tash and you want to play with me?
Alright, yeah, alright, I'm just not.
I could go over that all day.
Yeah.
What's this? Oh, Alex says, James, you've had the trial, and have you even bothered to use the Amazon Prime Instant Service? Prime is good value for money. It is good because I had Prime for 3 years. But when I stopped buying stuff off there constantly, I stopped it because I don't see the point in paying if I'm not buying everything off there. I buy more from the shops than I do Amazon. So that's why I stopped.
Alright.
£6 a month to £79 a year. But yeah, I think you should get GTA, guys. I think you're right. And number 6 has been
Why
confirmed to
do
be in
you
Vice
use
City.
any of the other features that Amazon Prime has, like the movie?
The movie video area to me is shit. I used to watch it and I hated it.
But I haven't touched any of that. I always get emails from Amazon Prime saying you've got all this other stuff to use on there, but because I haven't even touched it,
Well,
I just go
here's
with
what I think you should do. Quit Amazon Prime because it's a big pile of crap.
I've tried looking how to quit it, and there's nothing on there for it.
It's in your accounts. When you go in account, you go to Prime, down your thing, and then you cancel it. Simple.
Right, I'll have to have a look at
Then
that
what
again.
you do is you leave that, you ask Mama So for money for Netflix, and then you go with Netflix because it'll be easier for you.
The good thing about Netflix, there's so much on it. Movies, TV shows. You know, there's a lot to choose from. You'd have a lot of time to watch so many things.
What do you think of YouTube gaming? Will it beat Twitch? Do you know what? I only found out about YouTube gaming today when I was starting up the chat. That's the only time I found out about it.
YouTube gaming, is this something I don't know about?
Yeah, this is no. In the corner when you go on YouTube, it's got a gaming
Oh,
controller.
yeah. What
And
that
when you
was.
click on it, it does YouTube gaming. I never knew about it until I just started the chat, you know, because I saw it in the corner.
Yeah, I logged into my YouTube and I saw it and I didn't think nothing. I thought, why the fuck's that there? And that's the first I know.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out at some point. And to be honest with you, I just think it's a way for them to try and make more money from gaming. Yes, the video has improved big time. It is worth it considering you get the streaming service as well. I don't think so. I think Amazon's a piece of shit. To me, the streaming stuff, I'd rather go on Netflix. The YouTube other streaming services are flawed, so I can't imagine their gaming one taking over Twitch anytime soon. Some Tash, yeah, I can't. To be honest with you, I don't like streaming gaming. I like just playing it and recording it.
I
You
think
know?
I'm the same now. I've got to agree because, to be honest, anytime I tried it, I wasn't getting many people viewing anyway. And when people started doing it on Twitch, they started asking for things like donations and stuff. And I thought, I would never want to do any of that stuff. I know each to their own, fair enough, but I just want to stream for the hell of it, you know?
No, that's what I should
But
do.
I'd rather record it and just upload it for people to watch.
I've seen people play Twitch, and I've seen people ask for donations and get over $100 in a couple of hours in donation. And you know what I say when I see that? Bullshit. Bullshit. You're getting paid to play a game which should be on YouTube anyway. Will be on YouTube, which will make you more money on YouTube if you're big enough. Because normally it's the big people that ask for donations. Who gives a fuck? You know, in my view, I want to do it. Yeah, sure, I want to make money, but I'm doing it for fun, and I'm more than doing it for money. You know.
Well, my plan is I really want to do the 2K16 career mode, like record it from part 1 to part whatever. That is the plan at the minute to do, and I hope I stick to it.
I think you should do that because I know I'll get the game. I'm going to do some videos. No, not the same. I'm going to do some videos with me, you know, like comedy videos. Because if Donna's watching, I like recording me and Donna because we have great conversation back and forth and we joke and stuff. But I think that's a good idea. You should do the career.
That's the plan. Yeah, I've only ever done one full game playthrough, which was on the NCIS on PC. The game was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. But just because it was NCIS, I did it.
Let me tell you something. NCIS the video game is one of Tash's favourite games.
Really?
Yeah, she loves that game, didn't you, Tash? You love it to bits.
I just liked it because it was NCIS, but it wasn't a great game. But it's NCIS. I just had to play it.
Tash recommended it to me, and I played it. I have to say, it's one of the worst games I've ever played. The deduction board. The deduction board. Oh, let's figure this out on the deduction board. Terrible, terrible.
What's the reduction board?
It's on the NCIS. It's where you have to figure out. It's where you have to figure out where the everything and put the clues together and stuff. What you found.
Mhm.
I completed it in 4.5 hours in one day.
TV show, video games, unless you have decent people on it, always going to fail. That Prison Break, the potential for that game, and you end up playing as someone that isn't even involved in the
You
show.
know, I have to say the Prison Break game, because I platted that game, I really enjoyed that game.
I just wish you could be either one or all of the main guys. Like,
What's this? Here you go. Here's some stuff. Alex says it has much newer films than Netflix. Also some great original TV shows, Transparent Vikings and Black Sails, for example. Yes, Alex, we know this. But you can afford it. James can't. That's the difference. That's what I'm getting at. I do not want to say that, but you always have to push it, don't you? That's what I'm trying to say. It's £79 a year for shipping and thing. Yeah, it's not bad. But when you don't want to pay that, and you barely want to pay £6, are you really going to care about all those new shows that, for instance, James won't even watch anyway? James isn't even a part of the conversation anymore because he's off doing something else now.
I'm here. Hello.
Hello. Please interact with us on the conversation, what we're talking about, because I don't like talking about you when you're not interacting either. Because I'm talking about you should be interacting with us about this because it has to do with you anyway. And Tash says, "You bastard, Malcolm! Stop spreading such evil rumours." It's because she doesn't like NCIS the game. I just want to put it in there.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. You haven't seen my NCIS game review, Gaz. That's from Tash. You should. It's awesome. It's really funny.
I remember seeing that one as well. I really enjoyed that one.
The last video Ash done with the ghost reviews she done.
Oh.
That's the last video I watched of Tash's. That was 2 days or 3 days ago, I think.
Google were just trying to get back off Twitch because they missed out on buying them. I think
That's
you're
a shame.
right. And Alex says...
Zeman Isaac uses Twitch all the time for his...
And Alex, yeah, and he's a shit gamer. Alex, didn't Amazon buy Twitch for like 1 billion? I have no idea. I don't keep up with these corporations buying each other stuff. I don't, like what they buy and what they don't buy. I don't focus on that because, to be honest with you, I care more about the product. Like, if you told me, like, when I found out Google and YouTube were together, I was like, oh, that's interesting. But I didn't know about it until it was in my face. That's how I'm with a lot of things, you know?
They haven't got it ways.
What about you guys? Are you somebody who cares about that stuff, or do you just wait till you see it in your face?
To be honest, I don't care, but when it does, like, hit me in the face, like this Google Plus thing, it's a pain in the ass. Like, you want to change your picture on YouTube, you got to fucking go through all the hassle on Google Plus to do it, you know?
You do.
Alright, it's not hard to do, but it's just a pain. You just want to go click, upload.
Well, it's like the Hangouts. When I first did Hangouts, I could do them through YouTube, and I have to go all the way to Google. And it's not hard, it just makes it 1-2 steps more, but it's still just a nuisance, you know? Come on, guys. It costs less than Netflix over a year with a complete delivery service. There's better inside horror titles too over Netflix. That's why I'm saying, James, check it out.
There is a section, isn't there, on when you
That's
upload videos about doing the streaming, but it's not the right thing.
Sketchy put, yeah, Sketchy. Tash put, sorry, Tash. Yeah, Amazon bought Twitch at the last second when Google was set to buy them. Well, that's interesting. That's something new you learn. And Last Avenger says, good evening, gentlemen, and James.
Yeah, when you go to upload a video now, and there's a streaming thing on there, but it doesn't take you to the Hangout thing anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what that bit is that's on the main upload page now to do with
I
streaming.
do. I know what it is, but it's a very complicated thing. But I'm not very good at sorting that out. That's why I just do the Hangout thing because I prefer it. But it's easier, you know.
Yeah, at least you still click on it and bring it all up the way you know it. Use it.
Yeah. Might start watching this soon.
Castle.
Love that show.
You love it?
Yeah.
I thought the first season's only 10 episodes, so I might as well start watching it at some point. I've got every season.
Of course, Stana Katic is like really hot, which is one of the reasons I started watching it. But Nathan Fillion, who was obviously I first saw him in Buffy, he's fucking hilarious in that show.
Well, apparently she's a real bitch, isn't she?
Who?
That's Lynn Caton or whatever her name is.
Stana Katic. What, in real life or in the show?
Apparently in real life. A lot of people hate her on the set, apparently.
That's the first half.
Let's have a look. Tash says she's heading off now. See you later. Take care, guys.
See you later, Tash.
And there we go. Alex put one reason to buy it, lesbian vampires killers. Do I need to say any more? Thought not.
Lesbian vampire killers.
Yeah.
I remember when I watched that.
Wasn't that crappy one with James Corden in it?
Yeah, and the other guy that was in Gavin and Stacey.
So Malcolm and Gaz, the Dudleys are back in the WWE. What are your thoughts on their comeback? Can you see them holding the tag team championship again? We best answer this question, and then we've got to start about heading off.
Okay.
So what's your view of that, guys?
Well, I didn't actually watch it like live when it was on, but when I actually saw it the next day, the pop they got was like crazy. I can't stand the New Day, so I loved the whole segment. As far as tag team championships goes, I can't see them sticking around long enough to be tag team champions, to be honest with you. It'd be nice to maybe see it one more time, but I can't see it happening because at the minute, even though the New Day is supposed to be this whole like faction, they seem to be over with the crowd.
They're supposed to be a heel.
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be like a clown circus the way they act in the ring. It's ridiculous.
This is the thing that a lot of these heel type people, they're getting over with the crowd, like they're getting cheered.
Well, the problem is for me is I feel like the New Day are kind of, how can I put it, stereotyped. They're made goofy, so they're not really, in my view, a heel team because they're goofy. To me, when you've got a heel team, you think about like the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
Right? That's like a heel team. The Shield, when they were originally a heel,
I want to see them as champions, like Wyatt and Harper, or even this new guy in Luke Harper,
But going to the Dudley Boys, I feel like the Dudley Boys are only in it now because there's a new title there for them to get. The Unified Tag Team belts is a championship they don't have. So they're probably there, they'll probably get that, and then they'll probably leave. So they're probably... What's that?
I don't think they'll win them.
They will. I reckon they'll win them at Night of Champions if they're in that match. They'll get the belts, they'll be there for a couple of months, if that, until they lose the belt, and then they'll leave.
Is that something you want to see, though?
To be honest with you, when it comes to the Dudley Boys, I don't really care about them getting the belts. To me, they got old. They're only in their mid-40s, but to me, they're very old now. I saw them in ECW, I saw them in TNA, I saw them in WWE. I don't really feel like they've got anything else to really do or prove. I mean, Bubba Ray was the TNA World Heavyweight Champion at one point. With the Aces and Eights thing, and I don't really care. But I guess I would like to see them get the belts just so that a proper decent tag team has the belts.
But when it comes to dropping the belts, I mean, who's there for them to really drop them to? I mean, you got like the Lucha Dragons, Los Matadores, and the Primetime Players again. I want to see the Wyatt family have the belts.
I think the Wyatt family. I mean, didn't Eric Rowan and Luke Harper actually have the belts at one point?
I think they did for a little while.
Because I think they had it, and then I can't remember very clearly at the minute, but I know they had the next belts at one point. But you know what? I think with Luke Harper and this new Wyatt family member, they could easily get them to have the titles.
Yeah.
I think what should happen is the Dudley Boys should beat New Day at Night of Champions. They should have the belts for a couple of weeks, and they should lose them to the Wyatt family, and then the Dudley Boys should leave. Because that's what I think will happen. Or they could lose them to Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns.
But there's too much talk of one of them turning heel, if not both of them.
I have to be honest, when it came to that match at WrestleMania, SummerSlam, I seriously thought Dean Ambrose was going to hit Roman Reigns when he was about to spear. I thought he was going to hit him.
Well, that was the proof going into SummerSlam that it was going to be Dean that was going to turn.
And to be honest with you, I think, if either of them turn, I think it's going to be a real waste because the Seth Rollins turn was pretty good, but I think if they turned on each other, it wouldn't make sense. I don't think it would work.
Was going to get back together. and I can't see that happening anytime soon.
Who's that?
I can only see if they went heel. I can only really see that if the Shield were going to get back together, but I can't see that really happening anytime soon.
I can't see that happening for a few years. I think the Shield will be like Evolution. They'll rejoin every now and again.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be after his belt reign by at least a year or two. If they're all still in it.
Yeah.
You know, it is horrific. Who's your favourite tag team at the moment? Mine are the Wolves. That's from Last Avenger. This can be the last question. Who's your favourite tag team at the minute?
Mine.
When he says the Wolves, do you mean the American Wolves? Do you mean Davey Richards and what's his name? Eddie Edwards.
I haven't really got a favourite, but I'll tell you a team I've seen in NXT. I've seen a couple of their matches, and I'm starting to like them. The Vaudevillains.
Oh, okay. Oh, I saw them. Yeah, I saw them on Takeover. They won the belts recently.
Yeah.
They look very goofy to me.
They do, but I don't know what it is. There's something about them that I liked. It was more of a comedy thing, I think, but I don't know. I just thought they were cool.
My favourite tag team at the minute, you know, I could name loads and loads from the past.
Yeah.
Right now, see, to me, I like, when I mention tag teams, I don't like saying people like, let's say, Randy Orton and Edge, because to me, they're separate wrestlers. To me, when you think of tag team, you think of a proper tag team. You know, and that's very hard to do in WWE, you know. So, Red Dragon, probably. Red Dragon, what's that?
If we were going back to the past, I'd have to say the Hardy Boys or the New Age Outlaws for me. But it's too hard for the current day stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, the American Wolves, Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards, when they were Ring of Honor, they both became Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion. And they both had multiple fights against each other, and they were really good. They were really good matches. If you ain't seen them, Luke, I recommend you watch them, because Ring of Honor, when they were in there, they were a lot better than they are in TNA. I feel like once they go to TNA or WWE, it sometimes holds them back. It's same with Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson was fantastic. He still is, but he's held back very much so by WWE's way of wrestling. You'd say the Hardy Boys and New Age Outlaws if you went back.
We went back, yeah.
See, if I went back, I'd go back further than that to like the 1980s with hold on. Excuse me. I'd say the Four Horsemen. I'd say people like Tony Blanchard and Arn Anderson when they were the Brainbusters, two of the greatest tag team members ever. Arn and Ollie Anderson, Jack and Gerald Briscoe, all in the 80s in NWA, fantastic. Orient Express. I enjoyed the Rockers back in the day. You know, when I think about 2000s, you know, really, yeah, there was the Hardy Boys. There was Edge and Christian, there was the Dudley Boys, but I enjoyed their matches more than I enjoyed them as wrestlers. You know? I'm trying to think of a good tag team. I mean, TNA, Test and Albert, they were a tag team. Back then, you know? I mean, Legion of Doom, they were still wrestling in the 90s, but they were better in the 80s. You know? It's kind of funny when you think about it, because there's so many great tag teams, but nowadays tag teams seem to be dying. When you had Powers of Pain, you had Demolition. Now they're still wrestling on the independents, but they look terrible because they're old men now.
Yeah, I don't like the tag teams they've got now, other than like maybe people like the Wyatt family, like people like the Lucha Dragons or Los Matadores. To me, they just seem like they're there to just fill up a card or, you know, a show thing.
Kalisto used to be a wrestler. I can't remember his name, but his finisher was the Black Sun, and he went against Sami Zayn when he was El Generico at Evolve, at 3 different Evolve events. And again, he was far better on the independent section. I think his name was Saint Del Rey. Samurai Del Rey, was it? It was something like that. And he was a lot better then. You should check out those as well.
I might have to as it goes.
I've got them. I've got them all. I'll have to do the ISOs for you, like I said.
Yeah.
Because the good thing about being a collector is not only do I collect movies, I collect all the wrestling events I can as well.
We'll have to sort something out. I have sorted out a Skype thing, which is actually an old one I remembered that I have added you on.
Yeah, I'll send you through that.
Sweet.
That way you'll be able to watch some and then you can tell me what you think.
Sounds good.
You know, hardcore wrestling fans, unite! Okay, well, we've got to end the chat now because I'm running 12 minutes late to what I needed to get doing. So, guys, would you like to start?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you both for allowing me to be in a chat with you guys. It's been great. Definitely have to come in again because who knew time could fly this fast when you're having fun. But
Exactly.
thanks for having me in, and I hope to be in another one with you guys very soon.
Next weekend, Malcolm, and
Possibly, if I'm not copyrighted.
you won't be. We shall
If I get copyrighted, I won't be doing the chats with you anymore. I'm serious. And it's not against you, it's about other stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, if I don't get them, fine. If I do, then I'll be seriously pissed. And it won't be at you either. I'm not angry with you in any way, right? That's not what I'm saying.
Right. Well, see you until next time. It was a good time.
Till next Wednesday.
Yeah. Good to be with you guys again.
And you, James?
Yeah. So, this is it, and I enjoyed it. And until next time, take care, guys.
I'd like to thank everybody for watching. I'd like to thank Alex, Tash, Last Avenger, John, and what was the name again? I'm trying to think. And John in the pink shirt. There we go, because that's in his thing. What's the screen name again?
The 2004 Punk?
The 2004 Punk. I'd like to thank John, the 2004 Punk. I want to get that right because there's two Johns who are watching today. Thanks for popping in. Good to see you. Hopefully one day we can have a chat as well. I'd like to thank guys for being here. I'd like to say it was nice having you here, and I look forward to you being in another chat with us again. Possibly with me and John. If you're ever free on a Saturday. And I'd like to thank James for being here and being very much fun as always. James is always great fun. And thank everybody else. And as always, guys, thanks and take care.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
So bye, guys, and take care and have a nice week, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
Toodles.
Yeah.